Hi everyone, Knock Knock Neo here. Another video. I'm hoping to help somebody. So here we go. Struggling and actually, you know what? Before I start, if any of you who are watching this video, any of you who've been following me or just saw this video for the first time, if you need help and you're not getting any help, and you've been watching my videos and you think I can help you, please contact me. I prefer email, knockknockneoyt@gmail.com. And if you want, I can even do a video on your situation, and I can try my best to help you, or I can just send it to you on a private message. Let me know what you want me to do. But yes, if you think I can help and you need help, please reach out to me and I'll try my best to help you. Okay, so after that, let's get into this. So, struggling and not knowing what to do. As the title reads, I'm just kind of struggling and not knowing what to do. I'm 19 and in my second year of uni and feel completely lost. I've struggled with depression, anxiety, self-harm, eating disorders, and have been suicidal since I was around 12. I have been doing well to get where I am, but this semester has been really bad for me. I've already dropped half of my courses this semester and I'm still struggling with my current courses. I had been self-harm free for about 2 years before I relapsed back in December and has been off and on and off. I'm just not present anymore, and it feels like I am watching a slideshow. I get so stressed about deadlines that I end up procrastinating or end up entirely forgetting about them. I have no motivation to do anything. I'm currently living with my boyfriend and I'm worried about my mental health is starting to affect him. I know I'm supposed to rely on him and talk to him, but it feels like he doesn't understand and I don't want to dump all these topics on him that he's not equipped to deal with. Does anyone have any idea where I'm supposed to go from here? Okay, I want to try my best to help this person, and this is what I understand so far. So, depression, anxiety, self-harm, eating disorders, and been suicidal since around 12 years old. 12 years old is a very young age to feel suicidal. And if you have depression, anxiety, self-harm, and you have all eating disorders and all this stuff since even around 12 years old, that means, and you were suicidal when you were 12, that means all of this stuff is happening when you were a kid. If all of this stuff has been happening since you were a kid, I'm willing to bet that you lived in a very controlling house. I'm willing to bet that you weren't allowed to really express yourself. I'm willing to bet that you weren't allowed to be yourself. I'm willing to bet that you were just told what to do, how to do it, and you had no say in your life whatsoever, and your parents or whoever your caregivers were the ones telling you what was best for you, what to tell you what to do. And yeah, you basically had no say. um because depression means that you've been told what to do, not what to do. You've been ignoring yourself. Anxiety means that you've been controlled. Self-harm, eating disorders, and suicidal are all forms of um of like regaining back your control. Those are like a sense of control that you feel helpless. So when you feel controlled, you feel helpless, and you turn to things that you feel that you can control, such as whether or not you want to live your life, how you want to live it. Self-harm and eating disorders are all forms of like regaining back your control. So, having said that, now that you're 19 years old and that you're in uni and you're trying your best to do the best that you can, but I doubt that you know who you are on the inside. I think you know who you are up here. I think you know what to do up here. Like, you got to get clean. You got to start eating. You got to drop the eating disorders. You got to get healthy. You got to do good in school. They're all things that you know that you need to do in your mind. But the reason why you feel like you're not present anymore and you feel like you're watching a slideshow is because you're not living your life for yourself. I know that seems weird because you're making all these choices, you're going to school and stuff like that. But when you've been controlled and you lived in a very like judgmental and controlling childhood, or in a controlling and maybe even abusive household, you any part of you, any part of your real sense of self was most likely to be diminished. So diminished to the point where you have no idea who you are anymore and you're just trying to figure that out. And I think what's going on with you is that you're going through all of the motions. You're doing all the right things that you think you're supposed to do, which is a good thing. It's a good start. But the disconnect is between yourself here, like who you really are on the inside, and who you think you are in your head. Like in your head, you want to be this person, you want to be healthy, you want to get well, and you're checking off all the boxes, which is great. But I think like checking off all the boxes in terms of what society says what boxes are, and checking off your own boxes are two very different things. Because right now, like, I don't know what you're taking in school, but it could be that whatever it is that you're taking in school is something that you think might be good for you, or or maybe it's not even for you. Maybe you're doing it because you just maybe think it's just good money, or you think it's good for you, or you don't really know what's good for you. And I think you're feeling so overloaded, and I think you're also feeling very overloaded, and you don't feel like you're in control of your own life, which tells me, and the reason why I'm saying that is because you dropped half of your courses. Yeah, dropping half of your courses tells me that you're not enjoying what you're doing in school, that it's not really for you. So what my main suggestion to you is, you have to get in touch with yourself. Like, you really have to spend more time in what you want as a 19-year-old person. You have to find out what you like, what you don't like, what makes you happy, what your strengths are, what your weaknesses are, um, what your boundaries are, what else, what you like to do in your spare time, what makes you feel happy. So I think what you should do is, provided that your finances are okay and you're okay with your course load, if you have this free time on you right now, I would suggest that you do a combination of soul searching and a lot of trial and error. And trial and error in the sense that, try different things and see how you feel about them. Because my guess is that my guess is that you may have, I don't mean this to be like, I'm sorry this sounds this way, but my guess is that you may have never felt happiness. That's what I'm really getting. I don't think you've ever felt happiness. I don't know if you know what that feels like. So my suggestion to you is to slow down and try different things in your life that you've always wanted to try, you've always been curious about, and see how you feel about them. And if it's something, and if you feel happy, if you feel a sense of joy, if you feel like you're proud of yourself, really meditate and listen to yourself and just go with it. Even if it just says, you want to try skateboarding, then just try skateboarding, because at least it's for you. It may not go anywhere. It may not lead you anywhere, or it might. Who knows? Maybe you liking skateboarding may mean that you like physics, and you have something for momentum, and you have something for, all of the forces that are in play when it comes to skateboarding, things like that. So my advice to you is, take the time, try different things that you've always wanted to try, and see how you feel about them. And then that will be your barometer in that will help you become more self-aware, and that will be your barometer going forward. Like, like, once you start to know what you like and what you dislike, what your strengths and weaknesses are, then you can go forward knowing what is more for you and what is not for you. Because I don't think you were ever given that choice. If you were suicidal at 12 years old, you were not giving any choices. You were very much controlled. I think so anyway, from what I understand about human nature and psychology and people in my own personal experiences. I don't think you were ever given a chance to live your life. And I think now, with you dropping your courses and stuff like that, really take the time really take the time to try different things. I know I'm getting repetitive here. So take the time to do different things. Whatever speaks to you, just do it, because at least it'll be for yourself. And then you'll start to gain momentum. You'll want to try other things and other things. And if you find something that hits, you'll stick with it, and you'll just know. Listen to your intuition, listen to yourself. And I think that will serve as a great starting point for what you should do and want to do going forward. I really hope this helps you, and please reach out if you need any more help, if you need any more questions or anything like that, because yeah, I know where you've been. I know where you've been, and you can reclaim all of that back. It's just going to take some time, some patience, some experimenting, and a lot of listening to yourself. Okay? I hope it helps, and you take care.